Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between, god dang, this is like good old times, you know? Talking about a TV show every week, although those times I actually liked the TV show. Anyways, let's get into this. Rings of Power, Episode 3. I don't even care about the title. Oh god, I hate this. Rings of Power, Episode 3. The Rings of the Power. I'm just gonna call it. I don't. Does any of you even care what the episode title is? Galadriel goes to Numenor with Halbrand, and if you have not figured out who Halbrand is yet, wow. Okay. So they show up in Numenor. We get our hodgepodge of Numenorian characters, including the Queen, who's just awesome. Um, and yes, Galadriel is just, she knows more than everybody else, and everybody else is clearly wrong because the show needs to happen. So that's all cool. Um, it's still terrible. Also, the Harfoots have this random story arc where they're going to migrate and they need pages out of a book because they recognize a star constellation. Yeah, it's every bit as dumb as you expect. And also, the Harfoot story is so freaking boring. Like, it's so boring, people. We all know that they're basically Frodo and Sam for the show, and they suck. We don't like them. Frodo and Sam are real characters. These are just archetypes. They're just, oh yeah, hobbits need to be here because we can't call them hobbits, so Harfoots need to happen. Um, and they suck. Nothing is interesting about their story. Isildur is introduced, and Isildur is terrible. Not as bad as Galadriel, but Elendil is actually really cool. I liked Elendil's character. I thought he was. I don't know the actor's name, but whoever played Elendil was actually really good, and he was the best part of the episode. Galadriel still is the worst part of this show, and then, and then we have a moment in the show where Halbrand starts mingling amongst the folks and makes cryptic comments, and then at one point even has a moment that does the bullshit from the Marvel movies where he basically says, "You wouldn't like me if I'm angry," and then proceeds to kung fu action everybody. Yeah, yeah, it's oh my god. I'm not making this up. Lord of the Rings. This is Lord of the Rings. J.R. Tolkien. Halbrand literally basically warns them, is like, you wouldn't want to do this. And they're roughing him up because he tried to steal a little thing so he could be a blacksmith because he's good at making, like, iron and shit. And they're like, yeah, but you're not Numenorian, so fuck you. And he's like, well, I'm going to steal this because I know how to make things, forge things. Oh, like forge a great ring of power. He's Sauron, people. He's fucking Sauron. Sorry, he's Sauron. The show sucks. I don't care. He's Sauron. I was trying to use the TV as a backlighting, by the way. There we go. Yeah, he's fucking Sauron. And then he does the whole "you wouldn't like me when I'm angry" thing. And then he beats shit up. Oh yeah, and the Don Lemon elf is chained up with a bunch of other elves, and they're working with together to dig this trench. So the L or the what am I, the orcs are, because they're sensitive to sunlight. Now the orcs could move in day, but they didn't like it, so they still could. This is just stupid, is what it is. But anyways, we get a scene. How did this every episode cost $65 million to produce? This looked so cheap. They fight a warg at one point. And when they fight this warg, A, they do Matrix stunts. And B, it looks so bad. Like, the CGI looks terrible. The effects in Lord of the Rings for this make the CGI now I mean, that was like magnum opus. It's kind of like how Jurassic Park to Jurassic World in a way, which just shows how far we've downgraded. It's so awful. Um, Now that being said, the orcs in terms of their costumes and all of that the actors playing the orcs, fabulous, fantastic, best fucking part of the episode. By far, the orcs look incredible. Um, I believed them. They looked like they fit in Tolkien as well as its own thing, but they looked so good. So the orcs were the best part of this episode, and Elendil. Uh, I couldn't give two shits about the queen or the king because they were just kind of there. But yeah, the rest of the episode's pretty freaking dumb. And yeah, it's just kind of Galadriel saying, "Oh, I know something's coming. It's bad," and everyone's like, "Okay, whatever, Galadriel." Nothing has happened in 3 episodes. It's 3 hours, people. That's the extended edition of Fellowship of the Ring, and nothing has happened. Okay. Yeah, and then at one point, oh, I guess this is a plot point. At one point, they're like, "Oh yeah, elves were cool here once in Numenor too." You fucked up, Numenor. Oh. So, anyways, Numenor gets bastardized. They go to this tower. She's like, "You didn't say blah 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 made this." I forgot who it was. One of the original folks of this age, and anyways, they randomly find the mark of Sauron. She's like, "Oh my god. It looks like the map with the mountains that are surrounding Morgoth." Wow! The mark of Sauron is... Yeah. You mean the area where the bad guys live, by like Mount Doom and all of that, is their logo. Yeah. It is that stupid. This show is that stupid. The Great Mystery Box. The Fires of Mount Doom. Yeah. The map. You look at the map. The Southlands are in fact the mark of Sauron. Nobody bothered to look at that. You all have maps because you show it all the fucking time. Okay. Alright, yeah. Show still looks pretty-ish. It also kind of looks shit at times. And also, whoever they cast as Isildur, wow, that was a miscast. But again, Elendil, fabulous. Excellent. Good casting. Galadriel still sucks. Everybody else still sucks. I don't know where they're going with this. I mean, I know where they're going with this. We all know where this is going to lead to. They claim to have a 50-episode plan. This is terrible. This is legitimately terrible, and it's so slow. I was bored to tears, even during the fight scenes, and they have one cool scene with like a water ration thing, and I'm like, oh, they're being clever, and it goes nowhere. Then they fight the warg, and that's supposed to be the cool action beat of the episode, and it's kind of lame. Again, it's not special. So anyways, this show still sucks. Alright guys, gals, and everything between, what did you think? Am I wrong? I'm not. But don't forget to like and subscribe. I got plenty more videos coming to ya. Love you guys. Yeah, fuck this show. I'm gonna get drunk.